Hello, YouTube. The rapid stage of development of Soviet cosmonautics occurred in the 1950s and 1960s of the 20th century. Astronautics or cosmonautics is the practice of sending spacecraft beyond Earth's atmosphere into outer space. Spaceflight is one of its main applications, and space science is its overarching field. The rapid development was there. It was then that the Soviet Union launched a satellite into space for the first time, and then carried out the first human flight beyond the Earth's atmosphere. But even before that, large-scale space exploration work began in the USSR. The Победа or Victory Project. This is how even Stalin, under the rule of Soviet dictator Joseph Stalin, they wanted to launch the first man into space. The development of the rocket industry in the Soviet Union began immediately after the end of the Great Patriotic War, or this is how we call World War II. In the autumn of 1945, engineers Mikhail Tikhomirov and Nikolai Chernyshov began developing the BP-190 stratospheric rocket at the Research Institute 4 of Rocket Technology of the Academy of Artillery Sciences. It was made on the basis of the German V-2 ballistic missile, and the Soviet development was supposed to provide vertical flight of two pilots to the altitude of up to 200 kilometers. The project was called Победа, Victory, as noted by writer and journalist Anton Pervushin in his book Red Space, Starships of the Soviet Empire. With the help of the project, it was supposed to explore the conditions of weightlessness in short-term free flight of a person in an airtight cabin, as well as to obtain data on the upper atmosphere. To do this, Tikhomirov and Chernyshov proposed solutions that have found application in modern spacecraft: a parachute descent system, a soft landing braking rocket engine, a separation system using pyrobolts, an electric contact rod for preemptive ignition of the soft landing engine, a catapult-less hermetic cabin with a life support system. In addition to its scientific and technical importance, the project, in our opinion, contains elements of enormous political and social significance, the timely implementation of which will allow our motherland to write pages of glory and immortality in the annals of the history of civilization. The above, due to the exceptional prospects resulting from the further development of the project that we have already thought out, forces us, Comrade Stalin, to turn to you with a request for help in launching work aimed at increasing the glory of our motherland and expanding the horizons of science. Soviet scientists noted in a letter to Soviet dictator Joseph Stalin. The leader of the USSR, as well as the president of the country's Academy of Sciences, Sergei Vavilov at the time, approved the project. To work out the safe descent of the detachable head with instruments, the Institute approved the research topic project Rocket Probe, which was positively evaluated by the father of Soviet cosmonautics, Sergei Korolev. It was his design bureau that after a while took over the work on the implementation of the BP-190 project, and Mikhail Tikhomirov and Nikolai Chernyshov no longer participated in it. The development of the project under the leadership of Sergei Korolev, former prisoner of the Soviet concentration camps. In the Korolev Design Bureau, within the framework of the BP-190 project, they began to create high-altitude missiles with hermetic warheads, with a life support system, an emergency rescue system, and flight performance. To test the effectiveness of these missiles, they first decided to use animals to assess the impact on them of those factors that would affect humans during flight. The first animals in history to make a successful suborbital spaceflight were the dogs Desik and Tsigan. This happened on July 22nd in the year of 1951. In total, from 1951 to 1957, 3 series of dogflights were conducted at the Kapustin Yar test site in the Astrakhan region. In 1951, on R-1B missiles, in 1954-1957 on R-1D and R-1E missiles, and in 1957-1960 on R-A and R-5A missiles, rockets. You can see more about the Kapustin Yar test site, UFOs, and supposedly or allegedly alien secrets in my videos. You'll find them in this channel. However, the project never reached the stage of human flights and was considered unpromising due to the work that had begun on the creation of the Vostok orbital manned satellite spacecraft. The project itself was strictly classified, and designers, scientists, and even dogs were given pseudonyms. For the first time, information about the development of the project and the first flights of dogs on rockets was officially disclosed only in 1991, and the Soviet Union did not have too long to exist in that year, and it collapsed. Well, according to the Russians nowadays, due to the secrecy of the project and desinformация, or misinforming reports from Western intelligence agencies, conspiracy theories appeared according to which work on the project, Stalin's rocket project, was not limited to flying dogs. The same Pervushin, in his article The Terrible Secret of Soviet Cosmonautics, said that alternative historians even indicate the names of the dead pilots, Sergei Shiborin, Andrei Michkov, and Maria Gromova. But this is not so simple. Western intelligence services obviously knew something, and the secrecy around the project most likely was pierced. But enough of secrecy remains today to obscure the facts. So I'll continue bringing you stories about Soviet space exploration, things you might not read anywhere else or hear anywhere else. And if you like my research, please support me through the links you'll find in the description to this video. Please like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and I appreciate your attention to my work.